You're 25 but feel 45 inside. Not tired, just old. In a way no one around you understands. If you've aged decades while everyone else stayed the same, this is for you. Here's the thing. Most people assume that going through hard things damages you, that it leaves you weaker, unable to handle normal life. But psychologists who study resilience found something different. They call it post-traumatic growth. Your brain didn't just survive, it evolved. It built a faster system for detecting threats and finding meaning. You're not seeing less than other people. You're seeing more. And that's exhausting in a world that operates on surface level. Think of it this way. Steel isn't made in a quiet field. It's made in a furnace. Under pressure, under heat. What comes out isn't the same material that went in. It's stronger. Specialized for high-stress environments, you aren't broken because of what you've seen. You are specialized because of what you've survived. And specialized materials don't fit back into soft spaces. That's not a flaw. That's how forging works. But here's something nobody talks about. When you've endured enough, your baseline for problems shifts. What used to feel urgent now feels trivial. You're not being cold. Your system simply recalibrated to a different scale. Research on stress adaptation shows that people who've survived high-stakes situations develop threat reappraisal. Your brain learned to sort real danger from background noise. And now, most of what stresses other people doesn't even register for you. I've noticed something specific. There's a moment when someone's genuinely upset about something small, and you're watching them with this quiet distance. Not because you don't care, but because part of you knows they have no idea what actual problems look like. And you feel guilty for thinking it, but you're not being unfair. You're just operating from a reference point they've never had to access. That's not superiority. That's survival perspective. But here's where it gets complicated. That same upgrade that makes you resilient also makes you lonely. When your perception expands, your patience for shallow things contracts. Small talk feels unbearable. You're not being difficult. You're conserving energy for what actually matters, and in a world that runs on pleasantries that makes you feel like the problem. Now, some people who've endured too much shut down completely. They go numb. They build walls so high nothing gets in. For them, survival meant freezing. So it's worth asking, are you deeply perceptive because you're processing at a higher level? Or are you distant because feeling became too dangerous? Because one is evolution. The other is armor you might not need anymore. But for those who've truly grown through what they've endured, here's what you need to understand. You're not too much. You're not too intense. You're a specialized alloy in a world built for softer materials. And yes, that means you won't fit everywhere. But it also means you're built for things most people can't handle. Deep conversations, real crisis, actual substance. So if you're someone who feels decades older than your birth certificate, who can't fake interest in trivial drama, who watches people stress over minor things and feels like you're observing from another dimension, you're not broken. You're just wired for depth over surface, for meaning over noise, for survival-grade clarity over comfortable illusion. What's one thing you've survived that completely changed how you see the world? Say it in the comments if you're ready. If this felt familiar, hit subscribe. And if this resonated, the next video goes even deeper. Click it, you'll understand why.